What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Let's Race 97, aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome everyone to Las Vegas Most Speedway here in Nevada. And it's time for part-time qualifying to see which four drivers will make it into race number 3 and make it into the Alsco Uniforms 200 tomorrow here at Las Vegas Most Speedway. And I'm not alone for this one. I am joined by Bonds a Minute up here in the Powerade booth.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Likewise, of what Nathan said, hopefully we'll have a good qualifier. Hopefully that will carry on into the race, and hopefully it will be smooth for all these drivers. We hate to see torn up sheet metal as the drivers are now making their way on track, but hopefully it's going to be a really good one here today.
Yeah, plus my half of the season, of course, last time at our club was a bit wild. That might be a complete understatement. The racing was fantastic. Had two cautions and then few miles at the end. Weird strategy, and we saw the number 20 of 20 Wakefield get the job done. But a Las Vegas first mile on the season, we have a handful of them throughout the year, like Las Vegas, Texas, Charlotte, Kansas, Chicagoland, and Homestead. I believe are the six. There might be one more, but I think those are the six. So 6 mile halves all season long, and it's gonna be interesting of how this one plays into a factor for the rest of them, as we got some drivers out on track, as of the number 97 of Sim Oscar, but right now the 47 of Andrew Miller is fastest on the speed chart. He made it into Daytona, so he's probably making it into his second start on the season.
Seeing the 47 just rip around the corner. The 13 jumps to the top. 47 got a really good lap. I'm surprised that the 13 now gets the better of him.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think the drive might play into a little bit of a factor once we get all 14 trucks on track. And right now these guys are just doing single truck ones, but the 13 might have a little bit of the drive out. The 41 of 12 Williams Jr. Val Moscow is gonna go faster. He does, but Andrew Miller goes faster than he did before, and Andrew Miller's all by himself, so he's just absolutely flying. And never mind the 28. There is, he got the draft of the number 6 of Will Parrish, and now the 28 of Eric Monaco to the top of the board.
Making the pass on Will Parrish there. That might hurt him. That might hurt his lap here. If he can clear him, he does. But I don't see this lap being very good. I mean, he could have just waited. He could have just slowed up and got a gap on Will and then started his hot lap.
Yeah, definitely slowed down a little bit, but that's a really good lap. 28.532, and now Will Parrish all over the back of the 28, and here comes the 62. As well, Logan Williams, he might get a little bit of a drop off of these two trucks here, as the 14 just went up to the top of the board. Cole Raymond, and the 26 of Jeff Leifler just went up to, never mind, now he just went down to 5th, as now the 6 and the 14 and the 62 of Logan Williams jumped up there, and these guys are doing fantastic lap times. 28.4s now here in part-time qualifying.
Parrish finally found that secret formula to get behind the 28. Not close enough, but enough to get that draft, and it's paying off. And he just went to the top of the board. That's how you get it done.
28.373. The 26 just been up the top of the board before that, but Will Parrish with the 28.373. These guys are absolutely flying, and they have to take advantage of these fresh tires, because eventually they might end up falling off a little bit here. And the tire is not going to be significant on the short one, but as we will see in the actual race itself, the longer the one goes on, the more it might play into a factor. And the 62 of Local Rams just went up to the top of the board.
It's all very condensed here. They're not getting tenths. It's very close here. Here at Vegas, it's hundredths of a second. It's incredibly close. So everybody's got to be on their A game. As the 14 goes fifth, or goes to the top of the board, Cole Raymond.
Cole Raymond drafting with the number 43 of Tyree Cartman. Hartman is unfortunately not even inside the top 10. Meanwhile, the 14 is to the top of the board. And it's the 14, 62, 6, and 26 that are into the race number 3 on the season and the Alsco 200. And now, the 14 just went faster again. 28.2. Not really faster, but that was his fastest lap. And did a 28.5 last time by. So now, about 9 laps in, that's about what I think will end up happening. About 9 laps in. If everyone does about 20 laps or so, like 20, 22. So about halfway through the one, I think Tyler will really play into a factor, and that might be what's going on here. Because 14 is not going any faster, and now the 41's going back on track with fresh tires. So if he can get a draft, maybe he can have a shot at the top 4. But right now, these 3 are looking, they're not really together, but they were in the pack. But the 28 just zoomed on by. The 28 was up front. But now he's in 6th, and now Sam Oskin trying to get a draft off of these 3 trucks right here.
14 definitely was using the most of what he got, and Raymond made me eat my words about what I said previous of the times. Very surprising to see that he could get a little bit more than what I was talking about. He got almost a 10th, which is surprising.
Yeah, 28.2, 28.3, 28.3, 28.3 for the top 4, and honestly, the 54 is only 1/1000th off of making it. The 26 did a 28.375, and the 54 did a 28.376, so that's extremely close. Being the 54, this is the 54 of Skylar Taylor trying to go back out with 3 minutes left here on the clock. And he might get some.
And I'll tell you what,
of the 47 here.
And I'll tell you what, Nathan, those 3 cars that we had the camera on there for, they were really organized there. So this is going to be a fast one. If they can keep this organized and stay their distance from each other and get the draft, they're going to be fast. And the 62 just proved my point.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, the 12 laps on these tires, 12, 14, 11 laps on the tires, which is a little bit too old, and then 3 or 4 tenths slower. That's boy. You know, a little bit wasted here in uncharted qualifying as caught the 10, and now the 97 might have to watch out for Oscar because he's had the draft of these guys and he goes up to 3rd.
Come on, we don't need pack racing already.
Oh, it won't be in the race on the long one. We are gonna go 3 wide in qualifying.
Come on, folks. Not already. Not already. Don't wreck, please.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be tight.
The 10 on fresh tires, 97 on fresh tires. The other 3 on old tires, so that's gonna make it hard for them to really get past these guys. And Oscar, I feel bad for him because he's on fresh tires. Never mind. I don't feel bad. He just went past 62 and it's just like it was nothing. A minute and a half left in qualifying with some extended time, most likely. The 47, Amanda Miller is up here. He just jumped inside the top 4, and he did what Sam Oskin did. These slow guys, they are getting the draft off of them, and they are taking advantage of it. And the 14, 62, 97, and 47 are now locked into the show.
Next time around, they're going to have maybe 2 more laps to get what they can. About minute 9 to go.
Yeah, about a minute left, 2 more laps, plus some extended time. But honestly, this is very interesting. The 54 up by himself, the 41 out by himself. Trying to catch up with the 54, but I don't know if it will really matter. The 35 and the 3 are together, but I don't think they quite have enough trucks in the pack. And then same with these 2. The 14, though, to be fair, he's just running around and getting as much data as he can going into the Alsco Uniforms tournament here tomorrow. And I think this might do it. Because no one's on pit road. No one's on pit road, no one's on super fresh tires. They might have some extra time, but this might do it.
Packs like Cole Raymond and Andrew Miller there that we had this and these 3 trucks right here. That's what makes it really interesting, because then we're going to get back around and see which pack is more uniformed and, has a lot more power with it.
Andrew Miller just passed the 62 on the outside. I know that the 62 is on 17, 18 Apple tires, but that was pretty impressive. We will not see that in the race most likely. That's just the fact that these guys might not be on old tires. And I think they did extend the clock, but I think it's not really going to matter that much. I think the 14th Al Moscow is going to be the fastest here, and then the 62 of Logan Williams, 97 of Sam Oskin, and the 47 of Andrew Miller, I believe will all make it into the Alsco Uniforms 200. 20 more seconds here, but I think that's going to do it.
Yeah, for most of them, it was really good racing there. They did what they had to do to make it into the main show, and they should all feel proud of them. They are racing in the main event tonight.
Yep, it's going to be a fantastic race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Probably won't be too much pack racing, and that's going to do it. That is going to do it, and there we have it. Cole Wayman, Logan Williams, Sam Oskin, and Andrew Miller will all make it into race number 3 on the season. And I mentioned earlier how it was only a 1/1000th of a second difference. Well, it ended up being two totally different drivers, but it was still 1/1000th of a second difference. Miller did a 3.65, Williams Jr. did a 3.66. Very close on times here. Will that be an outcome of what we see here tomorrow? We just have to wait and see. What do they we will see with 40 trucks on track instead of 14 for the Alsco Uniforms 200?
I think that we may see some of what we saw. If there's any breaks in the pack, I think that we'll definitely see those lines of strong cars riding around on the inside. But if they know what's good for them, then they'll stay in that single file line and they won't go too wide, because once they go too wide, 3 wide, all that, then the pack right behind them is right back up there.
Yeah, and we saw that in this session here. Once they got 2 wide and 3 wide, it didn't really look out for them, and the truck ended up pulling away. So we'll have to see how everything works out. And for everyone else that did not make it into the show, they will unfortunately have to try to make it into race number 4 to end the West Coast Swing next week at Little Springs International for the first time ever on the channel. That's going to be exciting. But first we got Las Vegas, and Watson Minute will join me in the booth for that one as well tomorrow. And congrats to the top 4, Cole Wayman, Logan Williams, Sam Oskin, and Andrew Miller. And we will see you guys tomorrow for race 3 on the season for the Alsco Uniforms 200. Bye!